Oh, Trump Greenland. Is it possible? Dude, you guys, okay. So I was reading this, the fucking FT. So that's the news. I knew I had some news. Dude, Trump got on a call with the fucking leader of Denmark and basically said, no, for real, we're taking Greenland. He said, like, you know, it's not like, and then the guy, the premier of Denmark was like, is this a joke? Are we joking? Or like, what do you mean? And he's like, no, 100%, it's happening. We're fucking doing it. So there's a video, 500,000 views, about whether or not it's possible or what's going on. I want to watch it. I haven't watched this yet.
President Trump has re-expressed his desire to take Greenland, this time refusing to rule out the possibility of using military or economic coercion to achieve his goals.
Yeah, he's not ruling out military, dude. I mean, like, Denmark is in NATO, so this could theoretically be a war for Greenland. I mean, because Denmark's not, they're saying, no, there's no way, we're not giving it up. And so it's wild. But like I said, this is like, I mean, this is quicker than I thought this prediction would come true. He's being so sincere that we are going to take Greenland. I'm not joking. Gonna look fucking good on my 2026 recap, which is more important than the country. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you're watching a sports team and you bet against your favorite team, so either way you're happy. It's like it's more important for me to be right than it is for the country to do well. Anyway, let's see.
It's an idea he's been pushing since 2019, when he first suggested purchasing the island from Denmark.
Well, we need Greenland for national security purposes. I've been told that for a long time.
It's in the North Atlantic and is considered to be part of the North American Arctic rather than the European Arctic. So if you're Trump, you might reasonably look at a map and say, why isn't this a territory under either direct American control, in other words, a 51st state, or in some kind of closer relationship?
However, the United States isn't the only country with an eye on the region. In 2018,
bro, and why is Canada not part of America? It's like right in the middle. What if all this was America? Now, that's a good idea. Now we're spitting. Now we're cooking. Just get it on the way. We'll just stop in Canada, take that over, leave the French part separate. Yuck. Gross. Freedom fries. And then Greenland.
a Chinese state-owned company bid roughly $550 million to expand 2 airports in Greenland. But efforts from the Pentagon forced it to back out. Meanwhile, Russia has been reopening old Soviet military bases across the Arctic since 2015, including Nagurskoye, located just 600 miles off the northern coast of Greenland. So how did this island with a population of just 56...
Bro, Russia might have to close all these. They done military spent themselves into a bit of a problem. They're going to have to start cutting the military budget soon. Especially if the fucking war in Ukraine ends. They have to rethink some spending. I wouldn't.
The northern coast of Greenland. So how did this island with a population of just...
I didn't say fart. Why is everyone saying fart? I didn't say fart. Fart coin? No, I didn't say fart. You didn't pronounce the S and start? What, fart? What am I didn't... You think I farted? No, what are you fucking talking about? Fine, give me the clip. Give me the fucking clip. I'll check the clip. You think I'm above checking the clip? I'll check the clip, and here's the thing. If I did say fart in the clip, I'm going to ban every single one of you. I'm pirate softwaring. I'm going to ban every single one of you that fucking post it. All right? We're going to have a fucking 5,000 person ban. I'm putting you on the list. Let's see this clip. Problem. They're going to have to start cutting the military budget soon. Well, you're banned. Well, you're fucking banned. That's for sure. Goodbye, bud. Goodbye, bud. Nice seeing you. Nice knowing you. You're fucking gone. It's scorched earth. Okay, obviously I meant start, though. Obviously I meant start, dude. Everyone knows that. Yeti, get me everyone's home address, please. And list of greatest fears and local hitmen in their areas. Please, Yeti. I'm going to need these quickly. Understood? Again. All right, let's watch this video. Let's watch this fucking video.
56,000, and an ice sheet covering about 80% of the territory gained such geopolitical significance? And why is President Trump so eager to acquire it? Greenland's location is a major factor behind its rising prominence in global geopolitics. To start, the sea around Greenland is part of what's known as the GI-UK Gap, a strategic transit route located between Greenland, Iceland, and the United Kingdom. Securing this choke point has been essential in America and NATO's efforts to contain Russia's...
This should be good because then we can like have missiles pointed at the UK in case they put any more fucking beans on toast. We could like literally threaten them constantly to change their diet for the better. That could be fucking... This could actually make the world a better place. I didn't think about this. This could actually make the world a better place.
...naval forces and stop a potential threat.
That was a connection or a waterway that would allow the Soviets...
British guy in my chat says, you wish you'd be farting like us. Damn, you caught me. Jealousy. It's just jealousy.
...coming out of their Murmansk bases and naval bases to project naval power into the Atlantic to cut the United States off from its allies in Western Europe during the Cold War. This is still an arena of very active undersea activities. The Russians have been modernizing and continue to put at the forefront of all of their defense dollars, and at least in their Navy, in their nuclear submarine and undersea capabilities. Now the potential of adding in the Chinese Navy is not something to be forgotten.
As China and Russia expand their influence in the Arctic, Greenland's location has also become vital to America's ballistic missile warning system.
When we were locked in a Cold War with the Soviet Union, the bases in Greenland, which were radar as well as air bases, Thule being the most notable, allowed us to have early warning of a Soviet missile launch or bomber attack against the United States.
Today, thanks to a 1951 defense treaty with Denmark, the U.S. still operates one military base in northern Greenland.
Oh, perfect.
Renamed Bidufik Space
A great place to launch the assault. We already got a base there.
Base from Thule Air Base.
Now, in the recent past, with China's rise and it tripling the size of its ICBM ballistic missile arsenal, once again, Greenland plays a national defense role because of its geography. And that base is extremely important to the defense of the United States and, quite frankly, of North America, to include Canada.
Greenland's location also poses a unique economic opportunity thanks to its proximity to Arctic shipping routes. Shipping over Arctic routes saw a 37% increase between 2013 and...
Yeah, I've heard it's like partly efficiency and partly because like so many routes are opening up as the ice melts. Like the ice is melting up there and it's like making better shipping routes, which is making it more economically valuable to have like control. Polar bears better learn to swim. Exactly.
In 2023.
As the Arctic ice flow has changed in the recent past and is projected to continue changing, opening up Arctic shipping routes, you have several lucrative potentials there. For Greenland's role in geography, it's the Northwest Passage that would connect the Pacific all the way over into the North Atlantic. Of course, there's an alternative, which the Chinese and the Russians have been using, the Northern Sea Route. And that's basically the same places on either ends, but just goes along Russia's coastline.
In 2018, China also announced its intention to construct a polar Silk Road, linking China and Europe through the Arctic Ocean.
All in all, Greenland is almost, if you like, a kind of ground zero for how the Arctic has become more and more geopolitically and strategically significant.
Cool.
Greenland is also home to a massive deposit of valuable natural resources.
Particularly in the central and southern parts of the island, there is considerable potential in things like uranium, iron ore, cobalt, zinc, lithium, even precious stones like...
The melting ice is creating a mineral gold rush. That's some like don't look up shit. The asteroid's going to have a lot of jobs. Holy shit.
Rubies, for example. And the key area of interest.
Who in chat wants to do an expedition to Greenland to find the lost rubies with me? We could make some serious fucking cheese. I think we get together 1,000 or 2,000 Atrioc chatters and we do like a fire festival type thing up there. Just a totally poorly planned excursion, poor supply lines, bad food, bad tents, and we try our best to fucking scavenge all the rubies of fucking Greenland. Some blood diamond type shit. Yeah, we're gonna make like a fucking open air hand mine. We're gonna make a just fucking. We're gonna give you guys picks and shovels, and you guys will get working, digging with your. Well, actually, not pick. Just dig with your hands. Actually, it'll be like Minecraft, like IRL Minecraft.
Is
these
critical
awesome
minerals that are sometimes called rare earths that are used, particularly in things like electric cars, wind turbines, the very thing that makes the electrification, if you like, of the economy possible.
Of the 34 minerals considered critical raw materials by the European Commission, 25 are found in Greenland. The country is estimated to have 1.5 million tons of rare earth reserves, compared to 1.8 million tons in the United States.
The other thing that organizations like NATO have drawn attention to, that if you look, for example, in the composition of modern weapon systems, it is absolutely staggering how many minerals are integral to things like tanks, missiles, ships, and the like. And most of those minerals would be considered to be either at high risk or extreme risk in terms of security of supply. And in terms of rare earths, China is absolutely a dominant player.
China has the largest reserve of rare earth elements, accounting for about 60% of the world's production.
Yeah.
In recent years, China has banned certain rare earth exports and technology to foreign countries.
Yep.
Chinese have invested significant amount of money to control the uranium.
Bro, what's funny is they're doing the same mistake. They're banning rare earth exports. So America has to find a way to get rare earth exports. So we're probably going to take fucking Greenland or whatever and get a bunch of rare earth exports. And then we'll flood the market with them and crush the supply. The export bans have the opposite effect just a few years later. Even if we don't get Greenland, I mean, America's already making it a strategic priority in other places. NATO would be forced to go to war with us if we did that. I very much doubt NATO is going to go to war with the United States. However, I also think it's insane for an alliance that has been so beneficial to America for Trump to cast it aside and threaten someone else in NATO with military action for their territory. I think there was a possibility of buying Greenland. There's got to be a deal. Everyone's got a price. NATO's just the U.S. EU barely contributes. Again, that's the very level one thinking on it. That's the very level one. NATO is far more beneficial to America than any other country, which is why they want it to exist and why they contribute the most to it. NATO is basically this security guarantee to Europe that makes them dependent on the U.S. daddy. It is enormous, enormous soft power. Sorry, I'm acting Joe Biden pilled right now, but that is NATO's incredibly good for us, and so it's really short-sighted to be like, yeah, let's throw it away because they're not paying as much into it as we are. Think of all the parking lots we could put up there. Yeah, the great Greenland Walmart is going to go crazy.
Uranium assets that are there in Greenland. But having that control, even if they can't pull the minerals out, their ability to control the activities at these mines allows them to have a control over a market space.
Mining companies around the world have operations in Greenland, including the New York-based Critical Metals Corp, a publicly traded company, and Cobalt Metals, a privately owned exploration firm backed by big names like Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates.
In essence, when Donald Trump talks about Greenland, one of the things he is interested in is how can the United States and other friendly nations ensure that Greenland's mineral potential, if exploited further, is exploited for our benefit, or he is also preoccupied with stopping China develop a foothold in Greenland and then dominating Greenlandic resources, and then creating a further stranglehold on rare earth supplies globally.
I think it's important for us to say that Greenland is not for sale, never has been for sale, never will be for sale.
I think a very unlikely possibility is Greenland becoming a 51st state of the United States, or Greenland joining Alaska and becoming an even larger 50th state. I think that's not likely to come to.
Bro, I didn't even think about that. Alaska being Greenland and Alaska is crazy. It's like other side of Canada. 5,000 miles apart. Yeah, it's fucking.
In January
Alaska.
2025, Greenland's prime minister said he wanted to strengthen defense and mining ties with the U.S., but made it clear it would be on Greenland's terms.
There appears to be a growing demand in Greenland of becoming an independent nation state and no longer part of the Danish kingdom.
And if the Greenlanders vote for independence, the very next question is, what will their relationship be with the world, specifically the United States?
Greenland's economy heavily depends on the roughly $511 million worth of annual block grant from Denmark, which accounts for about 20% of Greenland's GDP and more than half of the country's public budget.
So whatever happens, an independent Greenland will have to think hard about where that kind of money comes from in one form or another. So the options might include, one is an independent Greenland seeks a free association with the United States.
Okay.
The Compact of Free Association, which the United States has had since 1986, these
Like the Marshall
compacts
Islands? Okay.
allow a local autonomy, but with defense and national security obligations, but also assurances by both to the United States at the same time.
The European Union could also intervene.
The European Union might say to Greenland, can we possibly get you to rejoin the European Union, possibly remaining as a member of the Kingdom of Denmark, but then we will throw additional resource towards you in order to
Ooh, they're the belle of the ball.
ensure a kind of maximum autonomy, but still remain within the Kingdom of Denmark.
Ultimately, experts question whether acquiring Greenland is
Greenland's the prettiest girl in town.
truly in the best interest of the United States.
In part, the history of the United States is a history of territorial acquisition and purchasing. And I can well imagine if Trump is seeking to seal his place within US history, then the Greenland purchase, if I can put it like that, would be considered a coup of some proportion.
Is it really an imperative that the United States possess Greenland? I would say that's not as clear nor necessary from my calculation. For one, the driving concern here is a national security one. And as long as the base in Thule is allowed to operate and not be encroached by hostile presence, the Chinese economic.
Yeah, I mean, again, like Australia is not a fucking American state, but it might as well be because it's got military bases all over it. And, you know, America has great influence there. It's like, if for whatever reason you can get away to buy it, like a Louisiana Purchase, it actually seems like a W. If you can buy it. If Greenlanders want to be independent, they get out from Denmark and they can buy it. But if it becomes a thing where he's using military force to conquer territory from a NATO ally, I think that's so dumb. I think that'd be so shoot yourself in the foot so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I heard somebody once say that you could replace Texas with Australia and no one noticed. Was that me? Did I say that recently? That we could cut off Texas, float it out to the sea, and put Australia in? That was pretty wise of me. That was really smart. I was really cooking with that one.
economic presence is one that does cause concern from an intelligence and even a military operational perspective. As long as those minimum standards are not crossed, I think the United States' number one concern is addressed.
Interesting. I wonder how it's going to play out. I wonder how it's going to fucking play out. I don't fucking know. You don't fucking know. But we'll try to figure it out. Try to fucking figure it out.